Hello, welcome to Port Misery, a GH podcast where we try to figure out why everybody in Port Charles is so miserable this week. It's Tara, y'all. It's a little bonus content. I've just been sitting here for the past few days. I've been dealing with like a backache, and so I've just been like lounging on a massager and scrolling through Twitter. And I came across someone sent me a TikTok, and it's interesting because half of the time they don't work because I don't have TikTok. That's for the youngsters. But someone sent me a TikTok that was describing like birds, and like when I say bird, I mean like a stupid bird, like girl, you being a bird, like that. And they were talking about how like not all birds are equal, not everybody's the same kind of bird. And it got me thinking like who are the birds of Port Charles? Like all of the women on Port Charles are birds. I'm so sorry to be the one to point that out to you, even your fave, even my fave. But what kind of birds are they? And so I really sat and thought about this, y'all. Feel free to throw a like or a subscribe if you enjoy what you're hearing. I'm trying to do more of this. But I'm gonna start with my personal fave character, my favorite female character, and it is of course Carly Spencer. She has like a million last names. I think it was Carly Benson, Quartermain. I'm not even gonna get into it. We're gonna be here all day if I try to list out her names. But no, she got a lot of names. She got like four Corinthos on that name. But her character pretty much since Jump has been like to champion some man, to just run around town singing the praises of some man who's trash, whether it's Jason or Sonny or Jax or Brennan or Valentine today. Like she's just constantly running around singing the song of this man and how he's a hero and you just don't see it. And that's because she's a songbird. Yeah. Yeah, I love her to death. I love her to pieces, but Carly is a little songbird. She's been singing the same damn song since like 1997 about how this is a good man, Savannah. This is a good man, Savannah. I understand that he's a criminal. I understand that he got my son shot. I'm gonna marry him again anyway. I don't care. Like, yeah, he's a spy and he lies to my face all the time, but I'm gonna date him anyway and I'm gonna pretend like I could change him. Like, he don't lie to me. Like, yeah, Valentine's a whole ass terrorist, and he's probably secretly in love with Anna, but he's a good man. He's a good man. Let him see his baby, Lulu, because he's a good man. He risks everything for me, singing the same song since 1997, because she's a bird. Yeah, yeah. And so let's move on. Let's go to Nina, who's probably my least favorite female character. Somebody has to be, so don't take that to offense if that's your fave. Like, that's your fave. She's not my fave. She's got you. She doesn't need me. But Nina, she's constantly chasing behind some man who may or may not want her. She's doing things for him. She's capping for him, giving him money. She's out here, like putting money on his books or whatever. She's passing messages with Brennan right now. She's out here being his little burger buddy, helping him do shenanigans at Spoon Island. It's not even out the goodness of his heart, by the way. Like he needs something from Willow, and that's why he's doing all this. And so that's why she got to do all these things. She was getting him rooms. She was, hiding him. She's a pigeon. Yeah, she's nothing but a messenger for these men. She's out here doing favors for them and running behind them like little henchmen, passing messages along, making sure they got money on their books. She's a pigeon. Like, she's a fucking bird. They're all birds. So she had to be a bird. And so that's the bird she is. I hope she changes because it's not a cute look. But if you like it, I love it for you. Not for me, for you though. And so moving on, Tracy and Alexis, they've had a lot of love interests on this show. They're currently by themselves. They don't need a man. They've done their time. They've got a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience behind them. They're owls. Yeah. Yeah. They're in the later, twilight of their lives and they're thinking back on all the men they were dealing with. If you need some advice, you should probably come see them cuz they've dealt with every trash ass man you could think of, from Sonny Corinthos, like various mobsters, heirs to things. businessmen, all sorts of people, princes, fake princes, all the things. And so if you need some advice on how to deal with your bird behavior, you probably want to go see one of them. Now, Alexis could transform into a different bird. Like she could stop being a wise old owl at any point. But for right now, for July 2026, she's an owl. She's an owl. And so what about Jordan? Jordan has been in the same nonsense between honestly like three dudes, between like dead Tommy, who we never seen, Sean, and now Curtis. And there was a minute with Isaiah, but that don't even count. I'm not counting that. She's always constantly a side chick. Like she was Tommy's wife, but then like she side chicking with Sean. She's definitely a side chick here with freaking Curtis, like out here with his baby mama. Talk about, can I spend the night with you and this baby? She's a chicken. I'm so sorry. She's a literal side chick. She's a literal side chick in her own damn relationship. Like ever since Portia came, she's been the side chick. And now she's still the side chick to this man with a baby mama. Like, girl, please do better. Please do better. How are you Curtis Ashford's side chick? That's wild. That's wild, girl. And so let's move on to Jacinda. So, aka random sex worker. She's out here in this situationship with Michael. Like, I guess they made it official, but they be making out all over town. He be taking her night places. He be putting jewelry on her. He's doing all the things, but she don't feel secure. She don't feel secure. That's because she's a flamingo. Yeah. Yeah, she's real pretty, she's real cute. But she's really just there to drive Willow crazy. Like she don't feel anything past that. Like we haven't gotten there yet. And the show doesn't move their story forward. So as far as I'm concerned, she's just Michael's flamingo out here trying to make his ex-wife crazy. I'm so sorry, girl. I hope you turn into a better bird. You are very pretty, very cute. And so then we got Liz. Liz is in this crusty relationship with Rick that's gonna blow up in her face because it always blows up in her face. Like Rick and Liz have been doing this same dance since 2003, and like Rick does some crazy stuff, and then Liz got to give him a lecture, and then she break up with him, and then she get back together with him, and then he does the same crazy stuff, and she gave him the same fucking lecture, and then they break up, and then she get back together with him, and he gonna do the same fucking thing, and she gonna have to give him the same fucking lecture. That's because she's a fucking parrot. Yeah, yeah. Why you keep repeating yourself, girl? Why you keep repeating yourself with this man? I don't understand. Like, why you keep getting back with him thinking it's gonna be something else, and you will give him a different speech, but you still got to give him the same speech, just repeating yourself over and over, just parroting the same goddamn speech all the time because she's a parrot. That's the kind of bird she is. So sorry. I'm so sorry. What about Anna? Anna's super spy, kick ass chick. She be doing stuff. She's smart as hell. She still get caught up with these men though, and then she becomes haunted by it, right? Like she is out here with these men. She's out here. Men be falling in love with her. They be trying to do crazy stuff like Faison. She be out here marrying David Hayward. She got some weird situationship with Valentine. She's a raven. Yeah. Yeah, she's a raven. She's real smart. She's good at problem solving, but she's haunted. She's out in these streets. It's like the moon is out, the wind is howling, and she's out here being haunted. Because at her core, she's a bird. Is she a very smart bird? Very beautiful bird? Yes. Yes, honey. Majestic. But a bird nonetheless. Out here being haunted, you know, doing kick ass spy stuff. But she's a bird. Yeah. Just like everybody else. Like everybody else. And so, what about Justine, aka the horny DA? And she's yet to lose that nickname because she's hornier than ever. This is why I gave her that nickname. Believe the nicknames, trust the nicknames, because she didn't seem like she was gonna be horny, and then look at her now. Look at her now. Now she's out here sneaking and geeking with Sonny. Anytime he calls, she's out the door, making her way downtown, walking fast, like going to the room above Charlie's, getting fucked, and running out just as fast. Like maybe sometimes she stays to have some weird ethics debate with her mobster secret boyfriend. But at the end of the day, she's a road runner. Yeah. Yeah, she's a road runner. She run to that dick fast. She run to it fast. And she run away from it just as fast. And she think because she running to and from that don't mean that she's a bird like the rest of us. Yes, it does, girl. You a road runner. Yeah. Yeah. And so what about Brooklyn? Brooklyn's in this terrible story with Chase out here having a whole ass emotional affair in her face with his ex-wife, but he's too dumb to realize it, which is even dumber. And now she got to run around doing stupid stuff, making plans that are gonna get her in more trouble than the person she's trying to frame, but claiming that it's all because of her marriage. My marriage, my marriage. Like, I'm his wife, he's my husband. I'm trying to save my marriage. Girl, you're a bird with a contract. Yeah, yeah, you're just a bird with a contract. You burn it up just like the rest of these unmarried women, but you feel like you better because you got that contract. You feel like all the bird behavior that you have is necessary to save your marriage and to save this precious contract because you think because you have a contract that doesn't make you a bird. Yes, it does, Queen. You're a bird with a contract. Welcome. Welcome. Do better, girl. Rip up that contract. Rip up that contract and become a better bird. That's what I'm saying. Why you acting like this? And so what about Ava? I hate Ava so much, but I respect her. So that's the difference between like Ava and Nina. I don't respect Nina, but I respect Ava. And so Ava is constantly she's in this weird situationship with Ethan where she's getting tea on him, scheming on him, blackmailing him, which means that she got to watch her back on him because he going to start blackmailing her, scheming on her. But she does this with everybody. She constantly is having to like stretch her neck out and make sure someone's scheming on her. She's constantly having to put her head in the sand when someone tells her about her man, like, girl, you know your man ain't shit, right? Like, you know that, like, even if this is Kevin's acting like a whole asshole. And she's like, no, I'm gonna put my head in the sand. I don't care about that. Because she's an ostrich. Yeah. She's an ostrich. She's constantly stretching her neck out, making sure Sunny not trying to kill her, but then putting her head in the sand when somebody tells her the man that she's currently with, Jagger, Nicholas, fucking Ryan, when they're telling him that he ain't shit. He ain't shit, girl. And she's like, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. Or she's with a man who she knows ain't shit, and she's constantly having to stretch her neck out to see what he doing. Ostrich. Bird. Bird. Okay, so what about Portia? Portia is in this constant flip flop now between Curtis and Isaiah. She's like sliding between these two dudes. She's cold to one, she's hot to the other. She wanna be monogamous with one, but she just can't. She don't have it in her because she's a penguin. Yeah, she's a penguin. She's sliding across the ice between these two other penguins, and she want to be true and loyal to one, but it's not what her species does, unfortunately. They're not monogamous. Look it up. And so she's constantly like, "Ooh, Isaiah's my man, but I just had this very adorable baby, and maybe I should let Curtis live in my house for the next unforeseeable future. Like, insert fucking time." And now I gotta be mean to Isaiah because Curtis is looking. She's a penguin. She's a penguin, and I'm kind of sick of it, girl. Like, stop it. Stop it. Find your lobster. Be a lobster. But instead, you like, nah, let me be a penguin because I thought that was a monogamous bird, and it's not. It's actually not. You should be trying to be a swan, but you're not. You're a penguin. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's not as bad as Willow. Because Willow's whole story is being mad at her exes. She's mad at Drew keeping him locked in. She's mad at Michael just framing him for stuff and then blaming him when she's getting framed. She's mad at, I wouldn't really count this as her ex, but Shiloh. She never really dealt with Shiloh. That's because she's a fucking angry bird. Yeah. Yeah, you a angry bird, girl. This your whole personality is hating some man. Ain't got over it. Can't move on. And so look at her. She looks like she's about to knock all the pigs down because she's angry. Needs to move on. But I could argue that being an angry bird is better than what Lulu and Britt are, because Lulu and Britt, Lulu and Britt are the same type of bird for two different reasons. Let's start with Lulu. So Lulu is out here falling in love with fake Nathan, knowing deep in her gut that Nathan would never do this. Nathan would not, one, stop loving Maxie, and two, would not be getting with you. But you just out here feeling yourself, letting your own vanity cloud your judgment. And then you got Britt got a good man in Jason. He's really down for her bullshit shenanigans. He does not ask questions. He just wants a little bit of honesty, a little bit of truth, and she can't do that. She can't do that. She kept so much tea from him that if he had that information, that Spy Hospital storyline would have ended in April, to be honest. But no, she had to lie because like Lulu, Britt is a fucking dodo bird. Yeah. Yeah, these two are dodo birds. Like they're the same fucking species, but two different genuses of it. Of just stupid hoes making dumb choices, letting their own vanity and pride cloud their judgment. Like this type of bird needs to go extinct. I hate this bird. All right, and I think Lulu has a better chance to be a better bird. I think this is not 100% her personality. Like, do better, girl. I thought you grew out of this in like 2004. But Britt, this might be her personality for the foreseeable future. I don't know. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But then you got characters like Emma Scorpio Drake. Emma Scorpio Drake, she don't even have a story. She used to have a story. It was like we gotta save animals, and I have a past, and I was going to jail, and now her story's her man. Her story is her man. Like, how is Gio doing? Is Gio okay? Is he okay with his parents? Is he okay with his living situation? How does he feel about music? I think he likes being a violinist. Why is he out here joining a band with Trina? She's a mockingbird. Her story is her man. Like, whatever he's doing, that's what she's doing. Don't worry about what she's doing. What's Gio doing? Did you ask Gio what he's doing? Because that's what Emma's doing. Because she's just mocking whatever he's doing. It doesn't matter what the hell she's doing. Like, her story is her man. And so she's a mockingbird. That's the kind of bird she is. And then you got Trina. Trina has a man, and arguably she is her and her man's story. But she doesn't seem like her and her man's story is her main story. She doesn't seem like she care about that story. She's just floating around to other stories. She's seeing how Joss is doing. She wants to know if Ava's okay. She's worried about her parents. She's kicking it with Aunt Stella. That's because she's a little hummingbird. Yeah, hummingbird flying around to different places because she don't like her man. Like, you would think that makes her not a bird, but no, it's still a bird. You a hummingbird. You just flying around to different flowers, different storylines. If there's another man in a different storyline, you might go over there and be in that storyline. And bye, Kai. Goodbye forever, because she's a hummingbird. And so the last character I'm gonna talk about is, of course, Queen Laura. Laura, the face of this show, Laura Collins. She might be in the best situation out of everybody. She is the mayor of this town. She's married to Kevin Collins. He does exactly what she says whenever she says it. If she says jump, he says how high. If she says move to Ireland with my son's loose baby, he does it. When she needs him to come home, he comes home. When she needs him to go away, he goes away. When she wants to work with Sonny Corinthos and other various criminals in this town, he supports that. That's because Laura is an eagle. Yeah. Yeah, she's a bird, but she's a fucking eagle soaring over Port Charles, showing these bitches how it should be done. Like, what you mean you gotta put your head in the sand? You slide between different dudes. You angry about some stuff you should have been over 3 freaking months ago. You out here parroting the same behavior. You running when you get called. Hell no, not Laura Collins. Not her. Not on her watch. She runs that relationship. That's her relationship. And now I'm worried that she might cheat on Kevin with freaking creepy council person because they're getting too close. I don't like that. I don't like that. But as of right now, Laura Collins is an eagle soaring over the birds of Port Charles, trying to get them to fly in the stratosphere with her. And so that's all I got. Once again, because I'm trying to be more upon it, like this if you liked it. Feel free to subscribe if you want, and I'll probably see you Saturday or Sunday for the recap. But thanks for listening, guys. Bye.